comply with the Canadian standard? And B, if we did so, could we impose that standard?
One, two, three, four, five, six. Mic check. One, two, three, four, five, six. One, two, three, four, five, six.
Feels very. It feels like it, I'm not gonna lie.
Pull this out a little bit?
It is, yeah. Just watch your step here as you're,
Yeah.
Evan, Bryce,
Hazard.
noting a trip hazard.
First. Okay.
You're welcome.
Bryce, safety first.
Okay. Good to go? Good. Okay. Excellent. Well, good morning, everyone. Bonjour and welcome to all of you. Merci à tous d'être ici aujourd'hui. My name's Jenna Sudds. I'm the Member of Parliament for Kanata, and it's a pleasure to be here this morning for this exciting announcement. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge that we are meeting on the traditional and unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people. We honor, recognize, and respect the Indigenous people as the traditional stewards of the land which we share today. So as we all know, Canada is facing many challenges and many opportunities, and our new government is committed in this moment to become the strongest economy in the G7 and building a cleaner, more efficient energy sector so that we can become an energy superpower. As the world decarbonizes, Canada is ready to become a global leader in the development and deployment of clean technology and electricity. Nous pouvons y arriver en utilisant l'expertise et l'innovation canadienne, deux choses que nous avons en abondance à Ottawa. So this brings us to why we are here today. So without further ado, it is my pleasure, and please join me in welcoming the Honourable Tim Hodgson, Minister of Energy and Natural Resources, to the mic.
Thank you, and hello everyone. Bonjour. It's a pleasure to be here with my colleague and wonderful MC, MP Jenna Sudds, MP Yasser Naqvi, MP Marie-France Lalonde, and also Minister Evan Solomon, whose leadership in helping Canada unlock the full potential of AI across our economy is critical to our government's work. I also want to acknowledge Mayor Sutcliffe and recognize Bryce, Conrad, and thank Hydro Ottawa for hosting today's event. It's special for me, given my past role, to be in this building. We have a shared interest in making sure our grids are robust, resilient, and affordable, and the work that Hydro Ottawa does is exemplary in that regard. We're here today because Canada stands at an intersection of two powerful forces reshaping the world: clean energy and artificial intelligence. Together, these forces are redefining how we power our homes and businesses, and how we build a sustainable, competitive future for generations to come. As someone who once had the privilege of serving as chair of Hydro One's board of directors, I know the complexity of managing energy systems that millions of Canadians rely on every day. That experience and my current role as Minister of Energy has taught me a simple truth. If we want an energy system that is smarter, cleaner, and more resilient, we must be prepared to innovate. Earlier this year, as co-chair of the G7 Energy and Environment Ministers meeting, Canada and its close allies took a decisive step forward in advancing our key priorities. Artificial intelligence was one of them. Together, G7 ministers agreed to advance progress on the integration of AI and digital technologies into our energy grids and promote responsible growth and adapt an ambitious G7 work plan on energy and AI. In this pivotal moment, Canada did not wait. We took the lead by embracing the use of artificial intelligence. In many ways, This is not anything new. Our country has always been an energy innovator. We harnessed hydropower to build our industries before others did. We deployed nuclear technology that is recognized around the world before others did. And we developed some of the most advanced renewable systems on this planet. AI is the next chapter of our history. And if we use it wisely, it will create opportunities for Canadians, strengthen our economy, and accelerate the transition to net zero. Turning that potential into reality requires leadership. And that's exactly what Canada's new government signaled this fall when we introduced our first budget. This budget is more than a list of numbers. It is a generational plan to strengthen our sovereignty, to make life more affordable for Canadians, to create new careers and opportunities, and to build the infrastructure and industries that will drive Canada's future. As such, as Minister Solomon will tell you here today, Budget 2025 makes historic commitments of more than $925 million to build Canada's first large-scale sovereign AI infrastructure. This is not just an investment in technology. It's an investment in the system that will power the next decade. By creating secure sovereign AI computing capacity, we are ensuring that Canadian researchers, innovators, and industries have the tools they need to lead a world where AI defines competitiveness. It is a plan grounded in one belief: Canadians can and will succeed in a rapidly changing world. Because we have what the world wants, and we can give ourselves more than any nation can take away from us. Across the country, our electricity systems are transforming at extraordinary speed. Demand is rising, and electrification is accelerating, as everyone here well knows. Sources of renewable energy are coming online faster than ever before, and the grid, much of it built in the last century, needs new tools to meet 21st century challenges. Artificial intelligence gives us those tools. AI can predict demand before it spikes. It can detect faults before outages occur. It can help utilities manage fluctuations for renewables in real time. It enables a smarter, cleaner, and eventually more cost-efficient electrical system, while reducing the need for massive amounts of new generation infrastructure. This is why our government is investing in AI-powered solutions that will make our electricity systems more intelligent, more adaptive, and more resilient. So today I'm proud to announce a federal investment of $6 million for Hydro Ottawa's Distributed Energy Resource Accelerator project. This project uses artificial intelligence to understand and predict electricity demand at the neighborhood level. With that insight, it will give consumers more control over their household consumption. That means that thermostats, EV chargers, home batteries, and other devices can transform into responsive grid resources, reduce strain on the grids, build an energy system that's even more reliable for the 39,000 households here in Kanata. Today's announcement is one of many investments this government is making in the technologies that will meet the needs of Canadians and build Canada's energy future. In moments of change, Canadians have always risen to the challenge by moving forward together. And today is no different. Provinces and territories, utilities, researchers, industry leaders, and Indigenous partners all contribute to our strength and our grid. By placing innovation at the center of our approach, we are future-proofing Canada's electrical systems, so Canadians can count on clean, smart, reliable power for decades to come. AI will shape every sector of our economy. So Canada is choosing to seize the opportunity with smart grids, clean power, and the confidence to act boldly. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Minister Hodgson. Certainly great news here for Hydro Ottawa and our residents across the city. It's now my pleasure to invite Minister Evan Solomon, our Minister of Artificial Intelligence and Digital Innovation, as well as the Minister responsible for Federal Economic Development Agency of Southern Ontario.
Thanks.
Evan.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Merci beaucoup. C'est un grand plaisir d'être ici encore une fois. Great to be here with Hydro Ottawa team. Fantastic building, fantastic service that you provide as a longtime resident here in Ottawa. We rely on it, especially on days like this. Let me just say a big thanks to my colleague, Mr. Tim Hodgson, who's done absolutely remarkable work in his leadership and his vision to execute this government's vision to reorient this government towards building a resilient country and infrastructure and the energy infrastructure. This is a massive task. It is not an easy one, and it takes real leadership, it takes focus, it takes conviction, and I really appreciate the work that Tim's doing. It's really vital, and the country needs it, and it's going to take everyone to work together, but Tim, your leadership's been absolutely phenomenal. Let me just say something about Parliamentary Secretary Jenna Sudds, and I'll also say this is kind of like Team Ottawa, Kanata, Yasser Naqvi, Marie-France Lalonde. I mean, you cannot have better representatives for an area. You cannot have bigger champions for your communities. You could not have bigger champions for everything, literally from the grid right up to the entrepreneurs that are building companies here that are around the world. I was literally talking about another part of the country where I was, and they're incredible part of the country, and literally Marie Lalonde and Yasser and Jenna was like, not as great as Ottawa, Canada. So look, these are champions. They do phenomenal work, and to be here with them is always a pleasure because they are always standing up for the community. And Mayor Sutcliffe, fantastic to see you. We've known each other for 20 years, and this guy is a marathon runner because he's here for the long term, and he never stops going. So thanks. Great to see you. Look, Tim said it. The message is clear. Canada's future is going to be shaped by how well we connect our strengths, clean energy, security, and innovation. And we're at a critical moment in history, and we got to do it urgently and quickly. As the Minister of Artificial Intelligence and Digital Innovation, I've said our basic principle is AI for all. It has to benefit everyone. This is about technology serving Canadians, not the other way around. My job is to help Canadian companies, citizens, entrepreneurs harness the full value of AI safely, responsibly, and for the public good. Because AI is transforming how we live right now, how we work. It's transforming our economy. The digital economy is the fastest growing sector in the Canadian economy. 800,000 people work in this sector, 150,000 people in AI alone, and it's propelling Canada to its digital future. The part that excites me most is how AI is transforming our historic industries and making them better, which is exactly what today's all about. Using AI to improve energy efficiency, putting more money back into the pockets of Canadians, and keeping our energy grids secure, reliable, and efficient. Our recent budget marks a turning point, gives Canada the AI infrastructure that we need to compete globally and to lead globally in energy, in national defense, and in the broader digital economy. And having a safe grid makes our community safe, which attracts more talent to the great companies here. If I don't say that, Jenna will give me a little poke, but it's true. As Minister Hodgson just highlighted, Budget 2025 proposes close to $1 billion over 5 years to support large-scale sovereign public AI infrastructure, which means more compute power, which means more secure environments, which means more capacity for Canadian researchers and companies to innovate right here at home. We're working with industry to move on projects that will move Canada forward and ensure that AI development reflects our national priorities. And I always say that we've got to protect our national priorities, we've got to reflect them, and then we've got to project them around the world. Today's one of those great steps forward. What you're doing at Hydro Ottawa is fantastic. Hydro Ottawa's project is a perfect example of how AI can strengthen essential services, whether predicting outages before they happen, balancing demand on the grid, or helping protect critical systems for cyber threats. AI is used where it counts. The energy sector is changing fast. The grid is more complex, threats are more sophisticated, and Canadians expect reliability, transparency, affordability, and sustainability. The announcement marks a shift from managing today's grid to building tomorrow's. And I remember co-writing a book on energy fueling the future, like 15 or 16 years ago, talking about how energy fuels our future, and here it is in action. So it's phenomenal to see it, and to see how artificial intelligence is a catalyst for that exact shift. It allows us to build the systems that are not only smarter, but more secure and more sustainable. So that's what you're demonstrating today, AI as a practical tool that is serving a clear public service. It is supporting cleaner, more secure, more reliable energy future. This is how Canada is going to lead, by using AI to accelerate clean energy, by using AI to modernize our essential services, by using AI to make the lives of Canadians better. So today's announcement is more than a project. It is a signal that Canada is not just ready to embrace innovation with purpose, it's doing it. A signal that Canada can strengthen, and AI can strengthen what Canadians rely on every day, our energy systems. And it's a signal that we align our strengths across government to unlock opportunities that were not possible before. So congratulations on remarkable leadership at Hydro Ottawa. Merci beaucoup. Thank you so much. I'll turn back to my colleague, Jenna.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you so much, Minister Solomon. Always appreciate your leadership, but also your enthusiasm for all things AI, and of course, here for the energy sector in Hydro Ottawa today. It's now my pleasure to introduce a man who needs no introduction in this city, our Mayor Mark Sutcliffe.
Thank you, Jenna. Good morning, everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. C'est vraiment un plaisir d'être ici à Hydro Ottawa. Bryce, thank you for welcoming us today. Great to see you and your team, some of whom are watching from the balcony there. Great to see you. This is great. And look, it's been a really great week, actually. We started our week, Yasser, Marie-France, Jenna, and I started our week with a breakfast with the Prime Minister, where there were some very big announcements made for Ottawa. Yesterday, I know you guys are talking about your 2025 budget, but yesterday the City of Ottawa passed our 2026 budget. So that's pretty good. Yeah, very happy about that. And today we have this announcement. So I want to thank our federal partners. Thank you, Minister Hodgson. Thank you, Minister Solomon. And thank you to our local MPs who are great champions for our city and great members of Team Ottawa. This is a really important announcement, and look, Hydro Ottawa is doing great work for our city, and we're very grateful for the leadership of Bryce and his team. When I'm talking to business owners in the City of Ottawa, when I'm talking to residents in our city, they want to see economic growth and prosperity. They want to do more things. In Jenna's riding in Kanata, we have the largest technology park in North America. We're very, very proud of that. Hundreds and hundreds of companies that are relying on clean, safe, reliable energy, relying on the continuity of the energy grid, and the demands are getting higher and higher. So seeing investment in these kinds of projects from the federal government, seeing this kind of innovation, is really, really powerful. C'est vraiment encourageant de voir que Hydro Ottawa est reconnu comme un leader dans l'utilisation de l'innovation et de l'IA pour renforcer notre réseau électrique. I'm proud that Hydro Ottawa continues to partner with the federal government on initiatives like this, and Today's announcement, as I said, is the latest in a positive trend that has seen our federal partners making investments, significant investments in our city, and we're very, very grateful for that. This is going to help modernize how energy is used in our city. Pour les résidents et les entreprises, cela signifie un meilleur contrôle de la consommation énergétique des logements. This means more control over household energy consumption, a more reliable grid, and a system that can respond proactively to challenges. And this is about optimizing Ottawa's electricity network, making it more efficient, more resilient, more cost-effective, more reliable for the future. So this is exactly the kind of smart investment that benefits our city, that benefits our residents, that benefits our businesses. So again, thank you, Minister Solomon. Thank you, Minister Hodgson. Thank you to my friends and colleagues in the National Capital Region Caucus. And thank you to Hydro Ottawa. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you so much, Mayor Sutcliffe. And now it's my great pleasure, last but certainly not least, the CEO of Hydro Ottawa, Bryce Conrad. Just for last.
Thank you, Jenna, and welcome back to Hydro Ottawa. In case you didn't know, she was actually on our board for a period of time, and obviously a stepping stone to much bigger and better things. It's a real honor this morning to welcome so many ministers. I said earlier, it felt like I was back at PCO. All these ministers wandering around. Minister Hodgson, thank you. Minister Solomon, thank you. It's a real pleasure today to celebrate this crucial investment in Ottawa's energy future. On behalf of Hydro Ottawa, I want to express our sincere gratitude to the Government of Canada and to Natural Resources Canada for their significant financial support for the Ottawa Distributed Energy Resources Accelerator. And for those of you in government, we came up with an acronym, ODERA. We're still working on it. This program is about making the power grid smarter and more reliable. We're pioneering a system that uses everyday devices that people already own, like smart thermostats, electric vehicle chargers, and home batteries to support the local grid. Think of it as a local smart traffic cop for electricity. It predicts where and when the grid might get overloaded, and then adjusts those customer devices to smoothly lower demand. This smart, real-time teamwork makes the power supply much more dependable for everyone in the neighborhood. And let's be clear about what's driving this change. It's not us here at Hydro Ottawa, it's the customer. In Kanata North, the rapid expansion from new housing to the massive tech park is putting stress on our local substations. To meet the rising demand, we simply can't install new poles and wires. It's not enough. Our entire grid needs to adapt, and we need a smarter way to manage the load. We're staring down the barrel of a historic cycle of investment, and we at Hydro Ottawa are ready for it, which brings us to ODERA. This program is a fundamental shift in how we will manage the grid. With this federal funding, we will deploy AI-enhanced technology, specifically predictive analytics. It will allow us to forecast with much greater accuracy when and where the demand will peak, and crucially, it allows us to transform customer-owned assets into valuable responsive grid resources using technology that enables us to proactively balance supply and demand in almost real time. It will allow us to boost real-time local reliability, significantly minimize outage risks, and defer the costs for conventional infrastructure upgrades. Greater grid reliability means better service and less disruption to the 39,000 homes in the Kanata region that will be eligible to participate in this program. By optimizing our existing system, we are securing a more cost-effective path forward. The ODERA program is more than just a solution for Kanata North. It is a scalable blueprint for integrating cleaner, smarter energy resources across all other areas of our service territory and across the province and, quite frankly, the country. We are hard at work readying our entire grid for electrification, and we're deeply committed to making this journey together. So again, thank you, ministers. Thank you to the caucus. Thank you for being here today, and appreciate your time.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Bryce. So ODERA coming to a neighborhood near you soon. I hope mine. Amazing. Thank you so much. It's certainly an exciting day as we share this amazing investment and step forward here for Hydro Ottawa and the residents of Ottawa. So, encore une fois, merci à tous entrevue d'être ici aujourd'hui. It's great to have part of Team Hydro Ottawa participating with us here today. And with that, I will pass it over to Charlotte Power, who will mediate media availability. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we'll now pass it to the floor and open questions up to the media. We ask that each reporter come to the mic and ask one question and one follow-up. Please state your name and outlet at the start of your question, as well as the person your question is addressed to.
Hello, so Paul Dutch, Global News. Given this project is for Ottawa's electrical grid, critical infrastructure for the nation capital, is there any provision in this project to ensure that the program, software, or company is Canadian, a domestic company? To Minister Solomon or Minister Hodgson?
Bryce is best situated.
So the short answer is the program is being designed. So the software right now is not, we haven't sourced it yet, but obviously there will be a huge bias towards made in Canada solutions. 97% of our assets are made in Canada. So I would expect, our expectation is that this will as well.
And Minister Hodgson, it's been 2 weeks since the MOU. Have you locked down a meeting date with the BC Coastal First Nations yet about a potential pipeline to the BC coast?
I offered to meet with the Coastal First Nations when I was out in Vancouver the last time. I've offered to meet them again. They've indicated they'd like to meet with the Prime Minister first, and so I remain available. As soon as the invitation is there, I will be traveling out to meet them.
Thank you. I think that concludes our media availability. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, we're going to do a group photo. They're going to do a group photo, I think.